Welcome to Pub Talk, the unofficial official craft beer podcast of Oklahoma, where we're all about the three B's, beer, buddies, and bullshit. I'm Jeremy, your legendary host, and I'm joined as always by a guy who knows nothing goes better with a cold craft beer than stay the fuck home, you fucking fucks. Michael.
I like it.
On today's show, we're just going to play some catch up. We're guestless this week, so enjoy us talking. Follow us on social media at Pub Talk Podcast, and check out our website, pubtalkpodcast.com. All right, let's get started with first round.
You know, they brew 10,000 bottles of beer a day. I drink 45 off the assembly line, and I'm the asshole.
What are you drinking? Today, night, evening. What day is it even?
Who the fuck knows? That's been hard, man. I don't know how many times I have to ask Ashley. It's today? Wait, what is it? That's at least, I think that's today and yesterday, just because it's so fucking, it's all running into one.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I am drinking a beer that I've been looking forward to. I've missed it every time it's been released. You've talked about it quite a bit, but we haven't had it on the show. I am drinking a beer from Nothing's Left. It is their Manhands.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It is 7% ABV. On tap says it's a blueberry muffin amber. That's a pretty apt fucking description, because when I poured it, I was like, I didn't even wait for the fucking glass to fill up. I was like, I just want to try this. I was biting into a fucking muffin. I didn't expect anything otherwise, but yeah, you're right. It's fucking delicious. So delicious. I'm so glad it was on there. And I was able to finally order something from there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I like a lot of their beer, so it's hard for me to say it's one of my favorites, but I always get excited when it comes back on. What would you rate it?
I mean, it's easily a 4.11.
Right on.
Information? I'm gonna call information. I'm old.
The information is this beer's fucking good. Well, I'll break with our recent tradition a little bit and say I'd like to go ahead and rate this one myself, even though I'm not drinking it on the show. I had a crowler of it last week, crowler of it the week before, and I've had it several other times. And for me, that beer is also easily a 4. I'm going to say it's a 4.12. I guess I fat fingered. I hit the 2 instead of the 1 a second time.
This is writing me again.
That too. But yeah, I mean, that beer is certainly God worthy, because anytime we both rate a beer 4 rounds or higher across the board, that means holy shit, it's good, and it gets a God's part. And I mean, it has to be God's Manhands.
Makes sense. It was easy. I like it. God, it's so fucking good. I gave Ashley one of their. I've been trying to get her to try the different beers. You know, she's not a big beer person.
Yeah.
What did she try? It was something, but she was like, "Oh my god, that does taste like that." What the fuck was it? Something dark. Oh, I'm on a roll. She's like, "That does taste like it." I said, "How the fuck does he do it?" All of his beers taste like what they say. Need to have her try this, but I don't know if I'll probably drink it all before I see her again. So, but man, so fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah. What am I drinking?
What are you doing?
I went dangerous tonight.
Nice.
For the benefit of those that aren't watching the video, which you should really watch the video for these Skype shows, but it is Marshall Black Dolphin aged in rum barrels.
Sweet.
And I might already be on my second glass of it.
Does that mean you might be on your third one, or you for sure second one?
No, I'm on my second one.
Okay.
Yeah, they're small glasses. It's okay. But I am going to finish that crowler tonight. Fuck it, the world's ending.
Depending on who you ask.
Wow, fair enough.
What would you rate it?
Yeah, I was trying to decide where in the 4 range I am. I'll go like 4.07.
Oh, I like it.
I can't remember what I rated original Black Dolphin in the day or Black Dolphin with coffee or some of the other variants we've had on the show. But I know there were 4s, and I know original Black Dolphin was God's Blowhole. I feel like that'd be.
I know I rated over a 4 on Untapped, so
I
something.
I feel like it's God's eye socket, like, because pirates wear the eye patch. You lift the eye patch up, and there's another hole.
Fuck it. Don't fuck it.
Yeah.
I want that beer now too. I want all the beer.
I've been holding on to this Crowler for a minute, actually. I got this one before all this stuff started, and I'd been holding on to it for I was basically just waiting on a shitty day or something like that, and then this all started, and I kind of decided I'd save it for, I don't know, maybe a celebration when they open things back up or whatever. And since I have no fucking clue when that's going to be, when I hadn't opened it, it's the only Crowler I had left in the fridge, so,
I'm seriously contemplating getting like an additional fridge for the house, get it shipped through Amazon or something, so I can start keeping even more beer locally stocked up instead of a bunch of kid snacks in my refrigerator. They don't need those.
Well, you might regret that when she gets.
Yeah, I do. I would.
Yeah, we've got 2 fridges. There's no way I could have as much beer as I have and have it readily cold and whatever otherwise. Although we're getting a little low.
Are you? Well,
not. I think we got another week and a half or so before we'll run out completely. But yeah, it's because before this started, there'd be several days a week that I just didn't have a beer.
Yeah,
that's not the case anymore. It was 3 maybe 4 nights a week I'd drink a couple beers, and now it's every single night I'm drinking a couple beers. Sometimes more than a couple.
You ain't alone in that one. The whole fucking country's like that, it seems like.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just reading a statistic right before we started that said that to-go beer sales are up like 19% week over week for the week ending April 4th. And I'm like, whew.
That's insane.
That's awesome, though. I'm very happy that so far it seems to be, at least here locally, it seems to be no one's had to throw up the white flag, but the longer it goes, the more likely that is. So keep supporting them.
Yeah, I think the Brewers Association put out an article or something about that in the past week or so that maybe a shitload of those. Yeah. Sucks. And then saw someone posting one of those craft beer groups like right before we got on. Me and the hubby just had an idea that we're going to open up a brewery. Just everybody in there. Pretty shit time to try to do that.
Yeah.
But good luck. But wait.
Oh, I know. I saw Cross Cannons posting today that they're close, I guess. They're talking about selling their merch online since they can't do it in the tap room, and the verbiage in the post made it sound like they were close. And then, we know Frenzy and Erie Abbey Ales were both close. Emerson Nice opened the week that all this started. Rough Tails, new facility, all this stuff. I'm just like, fuck, you poor bastards. Well, so now that we know what we're drinking, what's been going on?
Oh, the world is ending. That's my opinion.
Sure feels like it.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of beer drinking, like we've already talked about.
Yeah.
And watching a lot of shit on TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, before even TV, did you see that fucking JD and Turk have a podcast?
I did. I had already been rewatching Scrubs largely because the scene with that chick, that kid that like gets the older lady infected and she's like touching her hands and shit.
Yeah.
That had gone viral around the time this all started, and so I've rewatched it many times over the years. But anyway, I started rewatching it again around the time this all started, and then when that podcast came, I was like, well, fuck, I'm gonna finish it again, and then I'm gonna rewatch it again.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And like, I guess they're actually breaking down each episode, which is pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
Haven't had a chance to. Don't get to listen to many podcasts anymore. I don't know why. I have more free time now, but
it depends on what's going on around you. That's what it's always been for me. It's how much you have to have your ears and whatever's going on around you. But yeah, I want to check that out. I went and subscribed to it in my favorite podcast app, like we always fucking tell you people to do. What do I mean, you people? The listeners, of course, or the watchers, viewers.
Whatever you call yourselves these days.
Yeah. I can't keep up with your damn terminology anymore.
Sound like an old person in Oklahoma. I like it.
It might be the Black Dolphin.
Did you watch the new Tiger King?
Of course I did. Day one, yeah. Which was yesterday.
Right.
So I think.
Yeah, I was hoping it was a real episode, not just I've never been a big fan of Joel McHale. I liked Community, but I think he was on. No, actually, I'm getting him confused with that other tall, skinny guy, Craig Kilborn, that was on something else. Never mind.
Okay.
They look the same to me. Joel McHale was from Community. He didn't do that Talk Soup show.
That's racist.
Sorry, I live in Oklahoma.
You learned by watching. I got you. Yeah, I do like him from Community and everything. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it, although they should have talked to that goddamn bitch Carol Baskin.
Yeah, that one out.
That's what she declined.
That's one of my new favorite things to do on. I don't really ever use Facebook for, I guess, what it's intended to talk to friends and family. It's pretty much to look at the madness that's going on in the world outside of here. And
Right.
so, of course, started following her fucking cat rescue page and follow her page and the dude, just a bunch of them. That Josh Daniels, the campaign manager, follow him on Facebook now just because he posts like all behind the scenes videos and shit and pictures of all of his years there. He's got a video there of like the day that Travis shot himself, of Joe, how he was reacting that night, and just different things. It's cool to get even more. I love when you get more information on people.
Yeah.
And now I stalk all of them on Facebook.
That's what Facebook for, is stalking people.
Right. That dude look creepy with teeth.
He almost looked worse.
It's like those don't fit right in your mouth or something. Something's going on right now.
Yeah, and then he's, my fiance, she, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I mean, I heard that on the documentary, but it's weird to hear.
Right.
Huh. And then the other part that I thought was really, really funny, this documentary broke since all of the COVID restrictions have been in place. And yet every single one of them's like, yeah, I'm getting recognized in public all the time. And I'm like,
stay your ass at home. But
Yeah.
now they're probably doing even more because they're getting recognized, eating that shit up.
True.
I remember asking myself watching that show, why does this guy not have a fucking shirt on ever? And thought that maybe they made him do it. And just to hear him say that he I'm shopping tattoos. Like, God damn it.
Well, that show's not exactly filled with the best and brightest.
I don't think there's any of the best or brightest on that.
No, I don't know that there was a high school diploma between them.
But I need more of it. Like, it was so good. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's also, and I've thought this while watching that yesterday, and I've also been watching, I don't know if you watched The Daily Show with Trevor Noah.
Wow.
But he's switched his format during all this and is doing his shit via Skype from home and whatever. And so I'm sitting here like, well, we're in good company, I guess. We've got a major cable, comedy show or whatever, and then the fucking biggest documentary ever is using the same technology we are.
Fucking nuts. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever he took over, there was something about it that made me stop watching The Daily Show. It wasn't as good for me when it first started, and I just haven't gone back into it.
Around, I didn't really care for Jon Stewart, and
Really?
I watch
I
it
did.
pretty religiously now.
The what?
I watch it pretty religiously now, and I think some of that too is it's been my way of coping with life with Trump, but
Gotcha.
not to be political, but fuck that guy.
Everyone knows this show's politics.
I would think. That's why people don't mind bringing it up to us when we do the podcast in person. Microphones aren't running? Fuck that guy.
What else has been going on?
Yeah. Who fucking knows? I did my due diligence, I guess Thursday evening. Went and got some beer to go. It was the only time I was out of the house last week. You know, grand total of an hour, including drive time. So, which that alone blew my mind because before all this started, you know, I live in Owasso. I couldn't have made it to the district and back in an hour at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, ever, period, for one stop. And I did 3 stops in under an hour. No, you know, not as many cars on the road, no traffic really. Plus, I put in my order ahead of time, blah, 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 blah. But it was weird because, you know, I went to Nothing's Left, Dead Armadillo, and Marshall. And Nothing's Left and Dead Armadillo, I pulled up outside. They brought the beer, and we're done. Marshall isn't bringing it to the car. You got to walk in. So it's the first time I'd gone anywhere since the new put a mask on stuff came out. And I still had a partial box of whatever masks that are used for shit like that from when I moved Heather in because she had cats and shit. And I'll just put the disclaimer on here too. You can't give a partial box to a hospital. I fucking asked.
Like you still had them.
Yeah.
Can't put kind of bitches anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we would have just had to make some out of an old T-shirt or something. But anyway, I put one on to walk into Marshall. You know, this place that in many ways is like another living room to me. Been there a million times. Super comfortable there. Know everybody that works there. Kyle Johnson was working the tap room. And, you know, walk in, got this mask on. You can't see any of my face because I got sunglasses and a hat on. And I just feel like, I don't know, like just the whole thing, it just felt creepy and weird. And like, I was uncomfortable and I just want to get the fuck out of there, even though, you know, and he's easily the 6 feet away from me. Plus I've got the mask on and we're following all the guidelines. And I want to stand and chat to him because it's the first human contact I've had outside of Heather in God knows how long. At least with someone I know, and man, it just felt too weird, and like I was doing something wrong. I was like, all right, give me the beer and let me get the fuck out. Creepy. It's just creepy, but got some good beer out of it. A lot of good beer out of it.
Awesome. I haven't made the inside anywhere to pick up beer yet. I like to set up at Dead Armadillo when I went there, but I finally got some beer on delivery and to try to see how that experience was when Mitch brought that up last week.
Yeah.
It's just pretty smooth. It'd be cool if they somehow were able to keep that going. I don't know if it would be beneficial for breweries to do that, but it felt awkward. I felt the awkwardness like you were talking about with him, like have to touch the thing, touch it to do the tip and stuff. And it's just like, I don't want to catch the Rona.
Yeah.
I need this beer, but it was so easy. It's cool that they were able to do that. Like curbside pickups or whatever, and the delivery. I saw them. I guess it's supposed to end soon. I don't know if they're going to extend that at all.
Yeah, it's sometime this week. Later this week anyway. Surely they'll extend it because the stay-at-home stuff is through April 30th currently, and that'll probably get extended. They canceled Tulsa Tough today, so that's in mid-June. I'd be surprised if this stuff is not extended to sometime in May at the earliest.
Well, this TCBI is probably done then, isn't it? Because it's in June, right?
It's at the end of June. So, but even if, and this is a debate I've had with people off the podcast, is even if they lifted this shit, you know, in early June, or let's say they lifted it for Memorial Day weekend, how comfortable are people going to feel going to something with hundreds or thousands of people there, even a couple dozen people?
A lot of them will go. People that have since, like you and I and other people, will second guess it. There's people who are just going to go out in droves. You can see it.
Fair enough.
Just by the reactions to shit online and stuff. So people are just aching to fucking just get out and do stuff just because they can. Because of the Constitution you know, I got to get out there and do this stuff, and it's just like, I'll tell you what to do, but man, fucking calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Slowly ease back into that shit. But I guarantee you, especially in Oklahoma, maybe other places, but here for sure, people are they're gonna go out in droves as soon as they can. I won't. Fuck that.
Like logically, I know you're right. I just think about how my mind will work, and I will feel very self-aware and unsure of myself for a while once this is all. Yeah, and I was never a germaphobe necessarily, but I was always a little bit of a clean freak anyway, and notice when people don't wash their hands after they take a piss or whatever anyway. And this is just going to obviously heighten that and make me think people are even bigger pieces of shit for not washing their hands.
Yep.
So,
don't tell me you forgot how to wash your hands already, motherfucker. It's been everywhere. It's been instructional guides all over social media.
Yeah. But yeah, and then after my Marshall trip, I took a selfie of myself in the mask and everything, and put it on social media, mostly for myself, so that when the memories thing pops up in years down the road, I'll be like, oh yeah, this shit was going on back in 2020. Nice. And I had to write like a goddamn paragraph on there just to feel like I wasn't going to get shamed either for wearing a medical mask or for beer. How dare you find beer essential? What are you doing? Because I've seen comments to that effect.
Really?
On both items on other people's pages and in beer groups, or not beer groups, Facebook groups, and might have been beer groups. I don't know. People are just crazy, and you know, they're taking any chance they can to jump down other people's throats. Sometimes deserved, a lot of times not. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're dealing with. So,
yeah, it's a great time to be an internet troll.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, because not only is that all they have time to do right now, a lot of people have time to respond that maybe wouldn't normally give it the time of day. It's just wild. Shit is crazy.
See the XFL shut down again?
Yeah.
And bankruptcy.
Yep.
All it lasted. No, I mean, nostalgia.
I don't know that it would have ever been truly successful, but I think it would have gone more than one season if not for this.
I just want to know what happened to Vince or whoever was running it for him, saying that they had 3 years worth of money to keep it going. It's like that.
Yeah,
that went quick.
They were clearly operating under the assumption they could broadcast games and get those television rights and, you know, sell some fucking tickets. I tried to watch a little, speaking of Vince, I tried to watch a little bit of wrestling a couple times since this has started, and, you know, they're performing in empty gymnasiums and shit. But I tried to watch because it's the closest thing to, you know, getting a sports fix of some kind. Yep. And plus, there's WrestleMania season. Always pay a little bit of attention during that, even in my years since I was a diehard fan. And goddamn, you talk about the live crowd completely changing something. And if football has to go this route, we'll see how different it is there too. But wrestling ain't wrestling without people yelling in the background.
It's weird looking.
Yeah, it looks weird, but the audio aspect of it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. You've been in those live crowds. If there's not somebody yelling some sort of obscenity, you know.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. I saw that fucking Dana White was going to try to make like a Mortal Kombat Fight Island thing to get around the rules of social distancing and stuff. Mickey Mouse told him no. And ESPN is they're all owned by fucking Disney. Or you can't do that. Like, this motherfucker really, because when it first started, he was saying, I'm not going to stay home more than 3 weeks. I'm doing stuff. And then he started fucking doing it, popping up, I got a private island. I'm going to fly people there. And it's just like, this is straight up some Mortal Kombat or some 80s fucking martial arts Kumite type fucking thing that he's doing. I'll watch the fuck out of it. Give me the entertainment. I'm not going to go. But it'd be weird just to see something like that happen. Just
hey, if I were a stupid rich multimillionaire motherfucker like him, you bet your ass I'd have an island, I'd have beer, and I'd have friends and family, and we'd ride this shit out.
Right.
But here I am.
Oh man. So are they still putting on like? Haven't watched wrestling. They still do that shit weekly? Are they still doing that without an audience like weekly? I know the WrestleMania was recent.
From what I understand, they taped a few weeks worth.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And then sent everybody home, but I think they're about to start taping again.
Hmm.
All I really know about it is I read that the main event had to be changed because one of the guys has battled leukemia and he backed out.
Gotcha.
Because didn't want to risk it with his immune system being compromised.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and this is boring for people who don't follow wrestling, but Goldberg was the other half of that main event equation. He was the defending champion, and I was like, "Oh, that's why I don't watch."
I'm not gonna wrestle still.
I think he just popped up and won the belt to appear at WrestleMania with it, but yeah, I was like, he sucked when he was in his prime. That was over 20 years ago now.
That's fucking nuts. Oh man. What else has been going on? See, Dallas Cowboys are still stupid. Did you see it?
I don't know.
Fucking Dak and Zeke were throwing a party.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I guess it just happened. It was popped up on my ESPN, I think, earlier today. Yeah, party with over like 30 people or something. Someone's birthday, and they were just people taking pictures of them, and they're all crowded as fuck during all this stuff going on. It's like, why do the Cowboys do this? Always have. Let's do some stupid shit. Bring attention to this.
To be fair, I feel like when you're dealing with rich 20-something-year-olds, yeah, I know what I would have done.
Well, yeah, but where are the other teams doing it?
We probably just don't follow them as closely. I don't know. I just assume it's happening and they don't get the publicity that the Cowboys do. But yeah, that's fucking stupid. And I'm starting to get paranoid about football season happening.
Oh yeah,
this year. And I've been joking with people. I'm like, well, on the plus side, they can't suck if they don't play.
They'll find a way.
You have a point.
God damn it, they'll find a way.
You have a point.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just fucked up. Like I don't know. All kinds of stuff runs through my head because it was just the 100th season and whatever, and it's like if they have to basically skip a season after the 100th one. That's kind of wild.
Oh yeah. Wait, weird as fuck to look back on. It's gonna be
so
weird.
All of this, yeah.
All the. It's like a fucking movie.
Yep.
There'll be movies of this made in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And especially depending on how long it drags out and how it all resolves itself. And
where are you on that? How do you think it'll months? Any idea? Not even trying to fucking think about when it'll happen.
They're gonna start trying to open stuff up next month, whether that's slowly all at once. I don't know. Our governor and our president are too focused on the dollar to let this go on a whole lot longer without doing something to open things back up. I think we'll see it get opened back up and then locked back down.
That's what's happening. I think it just happened in Japan and somewhere else where they were like, "Oh, everything's cool." I think it happened in China too. And then it's like, "Oh wait, do what?"
I thought China just looked at it and hadn't really had
issues
results of that yet.
They had opened it up, and then there was issues because everyone rushed out to the theaters and people got sick again.
Okay.
And then Japan had something too where they had lifted it, and then they just declared a fucking state of emergency again. Just like,
until the stuff I've seen that makes sense to me is, okay, if we're a year and some change from getting a vaccine that works, that would mean we're probably like a year and a half to 2 years from everybody getting vaccinated.
Yeah. Goddamn.
That's when life goes back to normal. Not saying that they won't lift aspects of it and this and that, but that's my uneducated, just what I see on news and whatever opinion. I don't know any more than anybody else, but that makes sense to me. As if they can't develop some sort of immunity to this shit, then they can't let everybody go wild again.
Yeah.
I will be shocked if a beer festival happens in 2020. That hasn't already happened. I mean, I think dark mode's going to have been our last hurrah on that note. And so probably dark mode next year.
It's weird to think. It's also a little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think tap rooms and stuff like that might get reopened before then. But, are you going to stick thousands of people in close proximity to one another, especially like doing shit like sharing cups and whatever? Because let's be honest, we all take drinks out of each other's cups. Oh, what'd you get? Oh, I got this. Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's not that long. That's just my realistic / pessimistic outlook on it.
I've been finding myself just trying to be like, I just don't know. It could be forever. Could be in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm just glad that I'm able to work from home, and so I at least have something to do 40 to 50 hours a week. But the rest of that time, man, I'm starting to go a little crazy.
Right. It's fucking with like movies and everything too. Like, well, yeah, it makes sense. You can't film them with each other, but everything getting pushed back. It's like I'm wanting to see all these things come together before I get old and die. Might not ever happen.
And I was talking to Heather about this the other day. It's like there's got to come a point, if this drags on long enough, that we're gonna run into a situation where there's not anything new that's been filmed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fucking crazy. Because I was watching something with Kevin Smith, and they were talking to him about, with theaters, do you think that business will ever come back or anything? And like, it's going to take something big. It'll probably take one of those like big Marvel movies or something that gets postponed. But if this stuff gets lifted, then you have that length of time to fucking have to film one of those fucking movies.
Yeah.
I don't know that Black Widow would do it. It'd have to be probably one of those other big tentpole ones that they have coming down the line, one of the sequels or something other than. And yeah, thinking that they still have to film that on top of it, and those movies take a fat minute to fucking do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say conservatively, it's like 18 months. So, and I know there's enough stuff in the pipe right now that if this all got lifted, at the beginning of May or whatever, we'd probably not see too much of an issue, and it'd be similar to maybe a writer's strike or something like that. But it was on 6, 8, 10 months. That's probably another story. I don't know.
Good times.
I can tell you one thing. Podcasts won't go away. Easy as fuck to do this.
Right.
It's not that much different than what we were doing, except I sure did miss going to places, but
right.
It's weird. I've been not as into stouts in the last few weeks. I realize I'm sitting here getting a Crowler or Black Dolphin, but I'm kind of having to force myself to work my way through the stouts that I have in my fridge and that I had in my cellar from Prairie and Marshall and whoever else. Not because I don't love the beers, not because I don't love stouts still, but that was weird.
You just got yellow.
The sun's going down behind me. But the there's something about the end times and whatever that like I just will be able to have like 4 or 5 beers and like chill and I don't want to be insta drunk. Right. And man, I'll tell you, I started Easter morning with breakfast exorcism because zombie Jesus. Nice. And I'd take a nap before I start drinking again.
Right. Sounds like a good day.
It actually was. I mentioned on the last episode that we've been watching old seasons of Big Brother So right now we're averaging a full season in just under a week. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're flying through entire series and shit right now. It's fucking crazy. Until I got fucking Final Fantasy VII. Did you ever play that back in the day?
No, I've never been a Final Fantasy guy.
It's the only Final Fantasy I've ever played, but it's the one. And it's a big thing from my youth because when PlayStation first came out, and there was all this hype around it, so it was a game that I looked forward to, even though I knew nothing about the series. And they remade it, and been playing the shit out of it. And I realized how little my memory. That's not proper English. My memory sucks on certain things. It's like I don't remember any of this stuff other than a couple characters. And I'm like, well, it was 20, 25 fucking years ago. I've done a lot of
and it might have something to do with all the weed and beer since then.
A lot of damage. This seems familiar. And then I'm pulling up pictures, and Hat's like, this does look good. I'm like, look what it looked back then. We thought that looked awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just the worst fucking. Looks like a kid made it, but it took them. I remember back in the day, it was taking them like years to make the fucking game. And looking at it now, it's just like, this garbage. What the fuck were you doing?
I could make this right now.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I've been excited because Nintendo announced they've got some remastered Mario games coming. I guess it's
Nice.
That character's turning 30 fucking 5. So so
Wow.
they're gonna re-release some of the old shit remastered for Switch and whatever, and I'm like, that gets me excited. I don't get that excited for new stuff anymore. I played Red Dead Redemption and the Spider-Man game, in recent years, but yeah. Damn, that felt like old pub talk for a second there. We talked about video games.
Super old.
But there wasn't anyone here to tell us how we were wrong, so.
I could hear it right now.
Well, I think there's only one thing left to do before we call it a wrap on this episode. I think we have to do a quarantine beer chug, just the two of us.
You and I. The guy died this week.
You never know. You never know. So I have, from Dead Armadillo Brewing here in Tulsa, Low and Outside Pale Ale. It's like a 4%er. Trying to find 4% alcohol by volume. So hopefully I won't die after I chug this.
Mine is the St. Patty's Day Irish Dry Stout from High Gravity. And it is also 4%, 4.35. Irish Dry Stout. Hope I can chug it and not spit it everywhere because it's thick.
Oh.
Choke.
I've never tried to chug a stout. Well, I don't think I've ever tried to chug a stout. I can't say for sure.
We beer bonged one, right? Isn't that what Brian used to make? Or is that...
Oh, yeah, you've got a point there. I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was either a stout or
it was something not
a quad or some crazy shit.
It was something definitely thicker.
Yeah.
With flavor. Oh, God.
I think the quote I remember is, "Oh, it tastes like cream corn."
Man. We were dumb. But YOLO.
Or it wasn't good. That's also possible. All right, well, cheers, motherfucker.
Whew. Oh, man.
The lights in the room just changed color again. Hope that wasn't just me.
Nope, saw it.
Okay.
Man, fuck. Yeah, that's definitely not as easy as... Woo! We're chugging beer.
3 weeks in a row now. 4 weeks? I don't know.
That damn Rona's got us.
What else are you going to do? I also like that this has kind of become a Monday night tradition the last several weeks, too.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. Beer on my shirt. Oh, feel that. That was only 4 point.
Well, I don't think there's anything left to do because this beer is going to kick in here in a minute, and this is going to get real bad.
Oh man,
we're both doing it. Fuck. I don't know. Come back next week. We'll have some fucking body on here.
good times.
Yeah, we're working on nailing down the next few Skype guests. We just had a little scheduling conflict tonight, so we said, "Fuck it, let's just do one the two of us." So, you know, I guess.
Do you want to be on?
Huh?
Do
Oh
you
yeah.
want- You should email that guy.
Yeah, just shoot an email, Jeremy@pubtalkpodcast.com. We'll figure something out.
Oh man.
And I guess that's going to do it for this week. Michael, close this motherfucker down.
That guy said, don't let the door hit in the vagina on the way out. That was hilarious.
Good idea.
Hey, that'll do it for Pub Talk. We just chugged a beer and I feel it a little bit. If you like what you heard today, don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you're watching us right now. Check out our website, Pub Talk. It's not Pub Club Talk, it's just pubtalkpodcast.com. What, were you going to correct me?
No.
Yeah, I knew I was wrong. Show us some love on social media at Pub Talk Podcast. And as always, never forget there's never anything too big or hard in life that you can't handle it over a few beers with your good friends. Until next time, just chill the next episode and stay the fuck home.
And wash your hands.